Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chocolate Podcast.
Hey, guys.
Hello. So sorry about last week. I'm going to move Faith here real quick.
Okay.
There we are. Okay, great. Now I can see you better. Sorry about last week. There was a little bit of a interruption. And
technical difficulties.
Yes. So hopefully it won't be that way this week. But hello, Faith. How are you?
I'm good, Brandon. And be happy. We gave them something.
We gave them something. We had a half an hour of an episode. We covered the Oscars. That was basically the hottest topic.
Yeah. Besides, Ariana Grande's album, which, she's doing great. She doesn't need us to talk more about her because she's topping those charts. So.
Agreed. So we flew home. I'll answer the question. We flew home yesterday. We flew home Sunday night.
Sunday? Okay.
Yeah, Sunday night. Flew into Chicago. Drove home from Chicago. We flew in at 11:30 at night. Didn't get home until almost 3:30 a.m. I had an appointment at 9. Yes. And so I had to get up at 8 or 7:45. It was a nightmare. Anyways.
Oh my God.
We had plans for today in Iowa. And then they kind of fell through. So Blaine and I last night were why don't we just go back to Florida? So we went back to Florida last night. And now we're here. Right. It's I never left.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was where are you?
Well, Blaine had a few things to do for work. So it literally was so funny. We worked, and then came back.
That's silly.
I know. And my family comes tomorrow.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, okay. So it'll be a really good time.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I was in Florida was celebrating Easter with you guys. And that was...
Oh my God. Almost 3 years ago.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, it was 3 years ago, 2021. We just redid Leah's room, so Leah's room looks completely different, and she loves it though.
I saw her I don't know if she posted on her story or what, but it was very pretty.
Yeah, Leah loves. But no, we had spring break last week, so brought the girls here, had a great time. Blaine and I were gonna fly back down anyways tomorrow, but we were just figured why not just have an extra day. So we did that. I've been working on the house all day. He's been working outside. He's at the grocery store right now, ready to get some ingredients for dinner. So yeah, that's what's happening currently.
I see. Next time I see you, you're going to have to introduce me to some good Indian food because I still have never tried.
Oh my God. You guys should, you should come down to Iowa here soon. Yeah, one weekend.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just, come down.
Yeah, we should talk about it after the episode. Try and plan something.
Yeah, come down and I'll show you some good Indian food. I love Indian food.
Is it butter chicken? Is that what I hear?
Butter chicken, saag, paneer.
Saag. Okay.
Saag paneer is the same thing. The garlic naan is to die for.
Naan. Okay, I've heard of naan. I don't know what it is. Is it a sauce or is it a bread?
No, it's a flatbread.
Okay.
And it's so good. You put it you take the rice and you get the butter chicken and you just take the naan and eat it with it. It's just so good.
Okay. Do you use your hands? I feel like Indian food is usually a lot with your hands.
I eat this is I feel white Indian food. You know what I mean? It's Americanized Indian food. So it's I eat if I have the naan, I'll eat it with my the naan as a
app.
I'll use it as a utensil.
Oh.
A travel device from the plate. A shovel. A travel device from the plate to my mouth.
Okay.
That's what I will use it as. But
I love that.
If I don't have naan, or I've eaten it all, I will get a fork and, be civilized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that movie with J-Lo and it was The Backup Plan?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was really pregnant and she was visiting her boyfriend at his farm. And I have no idea what was cooking on this stove. It could be chili. It could be a stew. It was just a very, very messy substance in this pot, and then there's like bread to the side, just like a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And she just starts like digging in it with like the pieces of bread, just shoveling it in, like soup. Y'all, that looked so good. And to this day, I'm always like, what was it? I want to eat it. I want to experience that as well.
You should Google it.
I should just ask JLo herself, what the fuck
JLo.
were you eating?
Just send her a DM. She'll reply.
I've been hearing lots of nasty things about her. Like everyone's been talking about their personal experiences with her and how she's honestly like a grade A, you know?
Right. And, well, you know, she had the album come out. Excuse me. And then she had the movie come out that was, like, basically a visual album.
Have you listened or heard any of it?
No.
Me either.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's not, like, anywhere. It's not, like, making moves. It's not, like, chopping the charts. It's not, like, making waves.
Yeah.
It's just not doing anything. And it, like, and this is, like, a very weird, I mean, this is what the industry does. Like, this is what, like, you turn a certain age and it's kind of like they're trying to push you out, but it's not like J-Lo is not phenomenal. It's not like J-Lo is not great. J-Lo is a great performer. J-Lo, I mean, she's not the greatest vocalist, let's be like fucking for real.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her music. Like, I know a couple and they're like good bops, but I don't admire J-Lo being a musician. I like her as an actress.
I feel like, and like, that's what I wish she would just like lean into rather than her music. Not saying that like that's not what she should do, but also like, let's be real here, J-Lo. Like, you're not one of the girls.
No.
And that's okay. Like, get your Vegas residency and like get your check. Like, that's all I have to say.
That's exactly what she. Like, I'm surprised she doesn't do that already.
And it's not a bad thing. Like, wait, people go to Vegas and they're like fucking like, it like blows up. Like, fucking Gaga went to Vegas. Katy Perry's Vegas residency, I feel like saved her fucking career. You know?
Katy Perry had a Vegas residency?
Yes. And then I felt like it saved her career because like she got Idol and then she was in everybody's homes and like she became more popular. And I just feel like that saved her career because like after Bon Appetit, like, I don't know what the hell happened to her.
Wow. I think during the pandemic, she came out with this song like "Swish, Swish, Bish."
Yeah,
another one in the basket. I was like, "What the hell am I listening to?" Have you seen that meme or like this clip of her singing this song and she like holds out her mic for the audience to finish the part of the song,
Katie?
And it's just dead silence. And then she had to carry on with singing. The silence was so loud. It was wild. It's like that one song, like, this is a part of me.
Oh my God, great song. I would have been screaming.
I know. And she put her mic out. And I'm like, how is no one finishing the song?
Fake fans.
But no.
Fake fans.
Yeah, they were all like this.
Everything else is sold out.
I'm like, did they get their tickets for free? Do they even know that was she an opener? Like,
it's like the opposite. It's like the opposite effect of like the Lord, where like Lord would be singing and she'd be like, and they would try to sing with her and she would like tell her this.
Let me do it.
That is so funny.
Oh my God. But honestly, I don't know if I could do it. Like,
I don't know.
That's a lot of pressure. I'm already stuttering on my words in front of you recording this, you know.
I know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
no, so J-Lo had I heard her documentary is really good. It's just like,
is it?
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it's good. I've seen things where like I've seen clips on TikTok, right? And where she was like trying to get these celebrities in her
I saw
movie.
That.
Yeah,
I saw that.
And then they're like,
nope, can't do it.
No, can't do it.
Scheduling conflict.
He has a wedding that weekend. With who? And I was like, oh my God. Like, lady, calm the fuck down. No one needs to be in your dumb ass movie.
Yeah. And like, didn't you see like there was this part where like they kept on saying scheduling conflict or like they had to think about it. And she's like, everyone knows that it's like they're them being polite saying no. Like I've used that. And I'm like, how does that make you feel, J-Lo? Like, they don't want to be a part of this?
It's a fucking wake-up call, and you're blind. You have your blinders on.
Mm-hmm. I heard this one story about this guy who was working at this movie theater, And this is like around the time when she made the movie Made in Manhattan. So it's like kind of like almost the start. Yeah, like the start into like her prime of acting, I guess.
Yeah.
And her agents contacted the movie theater saying like, hey, she's gonna buy out the whole theater. And when the guy said and buy out the whole theater, she bought 6 tickets and expected us just to make sure everything's cleared because she doesn't want to be by the poor people. And I'm like, 6 tickets? Are you kidding me? For a whole theater. And
by the poor people.
Right. And she said, this man said that she could not go through the front door. She had to she had to enter through the back way. So the day before, his manager made everyone clean like all the dumpsters and make sure everything was spotless because J-Lo didn't want to see trash. And she'd never acknowledged him, like never said anything.
The delusion.
He didn't even see her. She just was sashayed into the theater without even being seen. And I'm like, this is, I don't know, that's ridiculous. And he's like, there were people who were like, Justin Bieber would buy out the theater and like Jamie Foxx, or, you know, he would run off a whole bunch of celebrities. And he's like, at least they had the decency to walk in the front door and just like had so many, you know, mannerisms.
Like greet them and like,
exactly,
you know.
Like just nice intentions, not being a freaking CUNT.
Right. See you next Tuesday.
Exactly.
Right.
But I always admired J-Lo. She was always one of my favorites. I always loved a good J-Lo movie.
It's
but
just
now,
almost as like
I feel like
she is afraid to retire.
Yes, and like I feel like what started it all is when she married Ben Affleck and took his fucking name.
Yeah, and like J-Lo's had a few like good moments throughout the years, like right? Like she had the Super Bowl and then she like fell in love with Ben Affleck again, and like that everybody was like raving over that, and like they got married and she had the wedding and then they had the magazine covers, and it's like you've been relevant, you've been good, like just like it's okay, like calm down, girl. Like no one right now is desperate for more J-Lo music. Like that's just like the moment we are at now. Not saying that like in the future nobody's gonna want new J-Lo music. It's just like at this moment in time in pop culture, in the music, it's too much. Nobody wants it right now.
And no offense, but I feel like all of her music sounds the same to me.
Right. There's no like versatility or whatever. Like there's just nothing there. So I mean, J-Lo, girl, get a grip.
Right. Does she even write her own music?
No.
No.
So, speaking of TikTok, TikTok is might be getting removed from the United States.
I feel like this isn't their first time threatening about it, right? Like this is
we've heard about this
times.
We heard about this like being proposed like 4 years ago.
Like right after it started really blowing up.
Yeah, so probably like 2019, almost 5 years ago. 2020 really blew up.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what is the United States doing? Like we got
nothing better to do, I guess.
To fry than a stupid app on someone's phone. And if it's like damaging to these children, that is not on the app. That is on the parents and on parenting. If your kid cannot control themselves on the internet, that is not their problem. That is not the app's problem. That is your problem. Like, be a parent.
If you're going to take down TikTok, you have to take down Facebook. You got to take down Instagram. You got to take down Twitter. Like, that's all social media. Like, you can't.
Right.
Like, it's just going to keep on happening. YouTube's even more, like, insane.
The difference is all those companies are owned by Americans. And
I see.
TikTok is owned by a China corporation where we give all our data and information to China, and that's what the United States government does not like.
Our phones are always listening to us anyway.
I'm like, bitch, you hear me right now. Like, We have FBI agents,
Why?
you know,
What
behind
the
our
hell
screens.
is the matter with our country? Like,
I don't know. I feel like our country has like its priorities like fucking backwards.
I can't handle anything. Like,
I know, same.
it's also why I don't get into politics, because it's always annoying.
No,
Ours,
agreed.
like, Americans are annoying, and I myself as an American agree fully with that statement.
Like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
You know, like when everyone, like, besides Americans are like, they're just so stupid and lazy. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Our political
that's
people
me.
are stupid and lazy.
No, 1000%. Nothing.
The people
but
who run this
facts.
country, stupid and lazy.
Nothing but facts.
Anyway, let's move on to something else.
So let's do a Love Is Blind reunion recap.
Yes, we were going to do that, but we didn't get a chance to, I should say.
We were going to do that last week, but we did not get to do that. But we did get to see the reunion that came out last Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So not even a week ago. And did you watched it? Yes.
I did.
So what did you think about the reunion?
I feel like I could have been more saucy, but I mean, it didn't disappoint. The only thing I was really upset about is that AD and Clay were forced to sit by each other, and he made her feel like she had to apologize for going on dates after obviously their engagement and relationship didn't work out, because he said nah, you know.
Right. Well, I thought the reunion started out strong. Like I thought it was cute that like Nick and what's her name?
Vanessa,
Veronica? Thank you.
Is it Vanessa?
Vanessa, yeah. Nick and Vanessa, like they like the production was cute, you know, like them in the pods, and like, I thought that was funny. I thought that was cute, and like saying the one-liners from past seasons, and then like it like them going to the reveal section, and then it turns it. I thought it was like the production was like good. The production was cute. I thought it was nice that they brought old couples or old castmates.
So this was my first time watching this show.
Oh yes. Yeah.
So I'm asking, that's not a normal thing? They don't just always bring in old couples?
No.
Okay. But there always is a reunion show?
Yeah, there always is a reunion. You should have been there for season 4, because season 4 reunion was supposed to be live on Netflix. And we sat there on Netflix on our TVs for about an hour while they were having technical issues.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so but this reunion I thought like started out really strong. I thought the production was great. Couples. Let's talk about the couples. Let's talk about Clay and AD, because, you know, the one thing I did like about Clay is that like he is like working on himself actively.
Yes.
Like homeboy was showing signs of like
improvement.
Like he needed on the show therapy. Like I think the show for him was a very eye-opening experience. Mm-hmm. And like him always blaming himself for what his parents were doing was just like kind of really, really sad to watch. And like it was kind of uncomfortable, because like there's these two people, one who is like insanely confident, one who is like very like certain of herself, and then you have another person who is like going into it, thought he was certain of himself and what he wanted, and then came out of it being like, I don't know what is mine to carry and what isn't. I don't know how to be a partner. Okay. So I just thought that was like, I'm really happy that Clay is working on himself.
Yeah. And if only all the men were like that on the show. After this experience.
1000%. Sarah Ann and Jeramy. Jeramy?
I think it's just Jeremy, but it's just spelt weird.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the whole encounter of Sarah Ann with Jeremy? Like the whole scenario.
This is how I feel. I feel as if they have been together now for almost a year. Mm-hmm. the proof is in the pudding. Like, these are two people who, like, obviously wanted to be together, obviously wanted to have a relationship together, and he made a mistake and said and proposed to Laura, and, you know, like, within that, like, was realizing, I don't think that her sending the message, yeah, was it a little inappropriate? Yes, because they just got out of the pods, right? But, like, also, that's, like, part of the whole thing. Like, you're spending these weeks with these people, not seeing them, developing relationships, and then afterwards you're, like, on social media, like, what do they look like? What is their life? You know these people now.
Are they thinking about me right now? Like,
right. And so, like, I thought in the most respectful way she could do, she sent a message being like, listen, hey, if it doesn't work out, like, I would love to explore this. But, like, if I don't hear a response from you, great.
Right.
So I thought her message was, like, very, very respectful. I thought that she was being attacked for the dumbest reason.
I agree with you 100%. Yes.
And, like, she like, they were both, I mean, he's kind of, like, a douche because, like, no, he should not have been going to the bars and, like, meeting up with her. He should not have been, like, sitting in his car at the alley. And then he should not have, like, lied to Laura about, like, where he was. And, like, he shouldn't have been out until, like, 5:30, 6 a.m. with this person. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. That's wrong. Should not do that. But for her, I don't feel like she did anything wrong.
No, and I agree with you. If anything, like, I wish she wouldn't have stayed with Jeramy this long. I wish he would have understand, like, those were all red flags that he was doing to Laura with her.
Right.
But no, I'm not upset with Sarah Ann at all. Like, I probably would have done the same thing, you know?
Right. I thought it was very uncomfortable how, like, Vanessa, like, and Nick were, like, kind of, like, showing her the videos of, like, her posting on social media, being like, this is a reality show, this is entertainment, like, are we not entertaining you? Like, she is spitting facts. Sorry, this is a reality show. Like, this is somewhat scripted. This is made for entertainment. This is made for television. Like, these, like, she is not wrong. And then
that's what reality TV is. Like,
and they're like, for them to be like, is this not people's real lives? Like, no one's saying that this is not for people's real lives. But we are all saying, like, these are characters on a TV show that we are watching. Like, these are not, like, we don't know these people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And honestly, if you really think about it, like, reality TV, it's kind of like an episode of Black Mirror. Like, we as a people are thriving off of these people's misfortune that they're putting on, like, network television. Isn't it wild, though, to really think about that?
No, for
I
real.
couldn't put myself in those shoes.
I recently just finished, like, literally last night, like, I'm all caught up on Vanderpump Rules now, and I finished 11 seasons, and that's crazy.
Goodness.
But, like, watching that show, I'm just, like, really, like, wow. Reality television will show the dirtiest parts of your life. Mm-hmm. And also, like, like, great moments as well, but, like, wow, they really people love to see people groveling in the trenches.
Well, I mean, they, like, freaking annihilated Chelsea.
Oh my God. So,
I mean, we didn't give Chelsea a lot of love either.
No. But also, like, I thought her response being like, listen, like, I feel like I handled it in the best way I could. Yeah. I thought that was, like, I think the same. Like, I don't know how I would react to the whole nation making fun of the way I look.
Right. Make sure that's still recording.
Okay. So I think, like, she was right. Like, listen, like.
Yeah. And I mean, did you see the things people would say about her?
Yeah, the rudest things ever.
Like, they're like, oh no, I can totally see that she looks like Megan Fox. Only if you put Megan Fox's face on Jay Leno. And I'm like,
yes, I saw that. That was so not nice.
And I'm like, damn, these people are fucking
rude. But I'm like,
but then to hear that Jessica and Chelsea are actually really good friends, that made me feel better. Like,
that made me really fun. Like, really fun. That made me feel a lot better. Yeah. I also thought that, like,
Did you see Jessica's post? Like, just for all you people who thought I was going to be a homewrecker, how does it feel? That
Yes.
you were wrong. Don't worry. I forgive
that it's
you.
so funny that Jess, out of the whole entire cast and crew, like, she is the one person who did not. I mean, I guess there is always one in every season who, like, the person who isn't picked, and then like
shows up at the reunion.
Yeah, shows up at the reunion. Like, first season was Jessica, and then the second season was Shayna, and then like the third season was what was the third season?
Couldn't tell me.
Couldn't tell you. Season 4, Micah, Irina, and then like the season was Jess. But like Jess really is the star of the season. Sorry to say it. Like I've been saying it. She's the star.
Well, I mean, so many people are using her like clips as like, you know, stuff on TikTok.
Yeah. No, she's like the star. She's almost to 1 million followers on Instagram.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, she's the star.
Well, I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
Hopefully she can really provide for her daughter, and maybe she doesn't have to go and get a job now. She has all these sponsors and stuff.
But I think that like her being at the show also was like for promotion for the Netflix show that they're coming out with.
Oh, Perfect Match or
Perfect
something
Match,
like that.
yeah. Which
I didn't know that was another show.
I didn't know that Nickelodeon was part of that show. I've never seen it, but I will be watching Jess on that show because
of Jess.
Because I do think she's a star. Also, Micah from season 4 was on like at the reunion, and that's why I think she was there as well. Because she's gonna be on Perfect Match, and I enjoyed her.
What about that other guy, the bald guy? I thought that they were like a couple, but they were sitting apart from each other. So I'm like, what the hell is that about?
He must be from like season that I didn't watch. I didn't watch season 5. It didn't make like
a lot of buzz.
The rounds. Yeah, it didn't make a lot of buzz, so like no one really cared about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I was on my phone, or I fast forward through the parts of Brittany and what's his name, Kenneth or Ken?
Oh yeah, I thought it was weird.
They're back together?
Are they?
I think that's what I gathered by the end of that episode.
I didn't know that they were like, I didn't know if they were back together or not. Like I couldn't get an answer. Like I didn't feel like I got an answer.
Right. I mean, and then when she finally got time to talk, she's like, finally, and then I ignored the rest of the stuff she said.
But also like they got to them at the end of the reunion. I felt like they had like no fucking time.
No, and that's when a lot of people were just done with it. Like we got enough what we came here for. So.
We need to talk about Trevor.
I almost called him Travis, so I'm glad you got his name right. And I'm like, what about Travis?
Trevor and the text messages. I was so
That's brutal. Just put it right up there.
I was so uncomfortable. I was so fucking uncomfortable watching it.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? And him being so uncomfortable sitting there being like, can I just like leave? Like, dude, what the fuck? And they were just like railing in on him. Like, grill. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I think that they were trying to like make an example out of him to be like, don't come on the show for fame.
Right.
But like, I also think that like, listen, this guy was in a toxic relationship, was communicating to this person, I'm going to go on this show, and if I find someone, like, ta-ta, bye. But if I don't, like...
Yeah, sure.
I'll hit you up.
Keep the bed warm, you know?
Right. So, like, I think that's, like... But I didn't think he could, like, in the moment, like, verbalize that. So...
Well, I mean, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking pressure.
And it literally reminded me of, like, Game of Thrones, where they're like, shame. And I'm like... This is so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
I hated it.
I did too. Like, you know, I mean, I was the kid who was incredibly naughty in class. And when the teacher would pinpoint that out and make you feel like a pile of dog shit, that's how I felt watching him on TV. Like,
no, for real. It's
and
like,
to see him say, like, I don't know what else to say. Like... But I thought it was really respectful that he went to Chelsea and he's like, I will talk to you. I will assure you anything, even behind these cameras. Like, I want to make sure, like, I was interested in you, and I don't mean anything harmful by you at all.
Right.
So, I got respect for him for that, at least.
I have respect for him for that as well. I just thought that, like, it was really uncomfortable to watch. They were they were trying to make an example out of Sarah Ann and Trevor, and I just thought it was, like, unnecessary.
Right. Like, there were more, like, better things you could have done with this time of this reunion.
Right, and then they were like, are you only on here to further your career? And he is like, what career?
And then Vanessa's like, I don't know.
Like,
then why bring it up?
Vanessa, shut your fucking mouth. Like,
I don't like them. I wish. Wasn't there a petition that they were going to change the host?
They wanted to, because she's just so fucking miserable to watch. We should host it.
Is love truly blind?
Is love truly blind? You literally call us. Like, we're available. We're available.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I thought it was fine. I don't feel like I got no answers from Kenneth and Brittany.
No. What do you think, though? What? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to ask, like, do you think Clay and AD will try and work things out? Like, the way they were giving each other looks. I don't want them to, but the way that he's like, yeah, I made a mistake. I want to marry her. Like,
I thought it was, like, I thought it was very, like, meh.
Calculated.
Yeah, calculated for sure. Like, does not want Nation to, like, does not want the Nation on his back. But also, like, I just feel like she's moved on. She's definitely, like, this is a year ago. You know, this was filmed a year ago. Like, she's moved on.
I wish I had AD's confidence.
I know, I love her. She's so funny.
She's incredible.
Her and Jess were the stars of the season.
For sure.
But Chelsea and Jimmy, like, whatever. You know what I mean?
I was surprised they were still sitting by each other. I guess I didn't expect...
They're really good friends now.
Yeah. I just didn't expect all the ex-couples to be sitting by each other, you know?
Yeah.
Or the fact that Jessica had to sit by Trevor. Like...
Well, they've done it where, like, all the girls sit on one side and all the boys sit on one side, and then the couples are in the center.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why they did couples this time around. I don't know. But yeah, that was our Love is Blind recap. Any final thoughts about that?
I thought it wasn't bad. It was a pretty good run of Love is Blind.
I thought it was a good season.
Time watching it.
I thought it was a good season. It wasn't the best season, but it was a good season. And I will be watching next season. Hopefully. Okay. Maybe.
And we'll recap.
All right. So, Faith, I don't have my iPad, so we can't, like, do, like, top 3 stories. But there are some topics that I do want to touch upon.
Yes.
Kate Middleton.
Where's Kate?
So she was seen. There's finally a video of her, and
it's fake. It's not real.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
You don't think it's real?
No.
Of her at the farmer's market.
There's literally no one looking at her. There's no bodyguards, Brandon. This is the fucking royal princess.
With her prince.
That's also fake. That wasn't Prince William.
Who do you think it was?
Literally, it's the royals. They probably paid some kind of freaking... She has a lookalike to throw people off.
I know. She has a lookalike. I know.
Exactly. But literally, she just had abdominal surgery, and you're telling me she's just all like, hoo-dee-doo, like
2
just
months
walking
ago.
I know, but she's in athletic wear. Never once have we ever seen Kate Middleton, the princess, wear athletic wear.
I know.
It's heels or nothing.
Heels or nothing.
Yes. Or a skirt or the dress.
I just
That's not real.
Do you think she's dead?
I don't think she's dead. I've already sent Brandon so many conspiracy videos that I went through a rabbit hole of just everything about Kate.
Yeah.
And something has popped up was something may have happened to her children, like someone of who works for the royals might have maybe disciplined them or, you know, did something that Kate really didn't like, and she might have gone into hiding because of that reason. I don't think it's because of an affair that William had, because she's literally been trained since, like, she was a wee lass about how to fucking handle shit like this.
Well, right. She was.
But when it comes to her kids, when it comes to her kids, I think that's something that she would probably take a step away and try and reflect and just want to try and get out of the public image. But then again, like, I don't know how severe this surgery was, and the royals are hella shady. Like, I can't trust that.
But, like, they're not giving answers, and that's what's shady about it. Like, they're not giving answers. They're giving no explanation. I think it's weird that, like, we got so much information about King Charles's diagnosis, what he had, what he's doing to get, like it was, like, such a whatever movement for prostate cancer from King Charles, but, like, all of a sudden she has abdominal surgery. Everybody keep their fucking lips tight.
Exactly. And that's why I'm like, no, not until I see her and I physically, like, hear her speak. Like,
yeah, I'm waiting for
I don't
Easter.
believe nothing.
She's supposed to make an appearance on Easter.
Well, yeah, she's had to cancel so many events that she was supposed to attend.
Yeah. There's two.
And then it's a no-show.
There's two,
she had, like, charities and stuff. Theories? Okay, let's hear it.
So, both are health-wise because she had abdominal surgery. One is that she had a colostomy bag.
Is that, like, where you poo in a bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, like, intensive surgery, like, get a colostomy bag.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah.
Or she's been suffering from an eating disorder. And she had to
those royals.
Yeah, and they had to perform, because that comes with health issues, you know. And she had to get an emergency surgery for something like that.
Right.
I don't think she's gotten a tummy tuck. I don't think she's got a BBL. I don't think she's,
no.
dead.
If anything, I thought it could have been, like, her, appendix maybe burst
appendicitis or something.
Yeah. Or, I don't know, dare I say anything that is anything to do with, like, maybe, like, her ovaries. Like, it could be...
Right, a mastectomy.
It could be anything. It could be... I don't want to say the C word, but it could be cancer. Who knows? I don't know what you're trying to say. Is that what it is?
A mastectomy is when they, like, cut the men's balls off, not...
No, that's a vasectomy with a V.
Oh, what's a mastectomy? I
don't think I've ever heard that term. We don't have your iPad, and we're both... I know, I can't, like...
Hey, Siri.
Hey, Siri. What's a mastectomy?
A mastectomy is surgery to remove a breast.
It's
medicine.org.
Did you hear that?
Like such an idiot.
But it has something to do with women. It's the removal of a breast.
It's about women's rights.
No. It's about removing the woman's breast. So, but that's something with the abdominal a little bit higher. But that could do it.
Kate Middleton got a boob job.
You got something. I don't know if it's a boob job per se. It's taking them off.
I know. But you can just, like, insert something else, you know?
Yeah, just, like, maybe some ravioli. I don't know.
Ravioli. Ew. Like, how lumpy. You know?
I don't even know how that popped up in my head.
That's where Border ID's can went.
That's, yeah. Where did Chef Boyardee go? He was just on the shelf. Oh!
Oh, that's so funny.
Are you making this into a TikTok, I swear?
I really hope so. That's really funny. I'm just gonna sound like an idiot, whatever.
That's literally all of our TikToks. We
all
sound like
fucking
idiots.
I know. It just sounds like idiots. I know.
That's why we get all of our love. Because people can relate.
That's true. People love us. What can I say?
They could love us a little bit more, but, you know.
That's how I feel, too. No,
but yeah.
So, Kate Middleton, I think that she's, like, fine. I think she's healing, but I don't... Like, that AI photo was fucking weird.
Exactly.
It was weird. Mother's Day AI photo was weird. And it didn't help with, like... the conspiracy theories on the internet, you know, it didn't help, but whatever. Another topic I wanted to talk about is Noah Cyrus and Trish Cyrus.
Oh my god. It just keeps on growing. This, like, horrible...
Like...
Avalanche.
know if this is true or confirmed that Noah Cyrus was sleeping with Trish Cyrus's husband a few years ago?
I don't want to believe it's true, but the way her behavior is, it very well could be. You know?
Yeah, like the story is like Trish Cyrus is the mother of Brandy, Noah, Miley,
A
and
whole
then
clan of them.
yeah, right. So like she's the mother. She got divorced from Billy Ray, obviously. Billy Ray started dating a 20-something-year-old that was like actually part of the cast of Hannah Montana. So it was like really weird. So I know like a lot of people were like not on, like it was like the family was separated. You were either Team Trish or Team Billy. And so Trish started dating this man who was in his 50s and like age appropriate for her. But apparently, like, you know, when they got married, Noah wasn't at the wedding, and it was apparent.
Neither was her brother Brayson.
Right.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like and people were kind of like, what's the tea? Like why is, you know, on all the kids there? Well, news broke that like Noah Cyrus had a friends with benefits relationship with Trish Cyrus's new husband a few years ago. And that, like, when Noah cut things off with this man, Trish kind of swooped in and stole him. Which is just so weird.
I know. But, like, Trish said when she was on Call Her Daddy, like, she loved his work. Even when she was married to Billy Ray, like, she told Billy Ray, like, that's my hall pass. And I'm like, what an odd thing.
To tell your husband?
Yeah. And then you get to marry your hall pass, I guess. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know if she ever told Noah this, but if Noah did, I mean, she obviously knew that her mom had the hots for this man.
Right. And then Noah
Maybe
was like,
she didn't. Maybe she didn't, you know? But I assume the Cyruses are literally very transparent with whatever they're going through with everybody, so.
I know. I don't know. I feel like there really is, like, there is a split within the family. Because even when Miley Cyrus was on, it was this old interview, like, Plastic Hearts era, with Miley on Howard Stern, and they were talking about Noah Cyrus and like her.
I saw that.
Yeah, you
very
saw that.
emo.
And then Noah commented, being like, "Wow, thanks."
But I'm like, I feel like are you taking offense? Your sister's still bragging about how like talented and amazing you are.
Right, and I just think I don't know. I think there's this like weird dynamic.
Yes.
I don't know. So I just like wanted to touch upon it because it was like it was giving incest, but not. It was giving Eskimo sisters, but like mother and daughter. Weird.
I bet you there's something on Urban Dictionary for that.
Yes, if I had my iPad, I would look.
I don't even know how to tell Siri.
Here's Siri. Here's the tea.
My watch still got that.
But anything else you wanted to touch upon this week?
Oh, so the new documentary popped up on Max about Quiet on Set, the the story behind childhood actors, especially on the Nickelodeon scene.
Yes.
So you haven't seen it yet?
I have not seen the documentary. I didn't know it came out, but I will be checking it out.
Yeah, so 2 episodes aired on Sunday, and then another 2 aired yesterday. I don't know if there'll be another 2 tonight. It kind of, like, when I ended it today, like, it seemed like that was it, but I don't know if there will be more. Yeah. But, Brandon, when I tell you... Right? There's technically 4 altogether. Okay, there's 2 that aired the first night, then 2 the next night.
Oh, okay, got it.
Brandon, when I tell you I'm literally a changed person after watching this...
That's what I've heard.
It's honestly terrifying.
Like, they talk about all the Nickelodeon shows, right?
Like, all the ones that were pretty much produced by Dan Schneider.
Yeah. But wasn't... When Drake Bell went on it, wasn't he talking to Dan Schneider?
He wasn't... The hardships that Drake went through had nothing to do with Dan Schneider.
I know, but, like, with all the things that came out about Dan Schneider, like, why would he be the one he confided in?
Maybe because I feel like Dan more preferred females than males. So Dan was like, yeah, I'll be there for you, buddy. Like, that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
In my heart, I feel like Dan was very more mentally abusive, very controlling. There's no evidence that he's ever been very
Predator?
like sexual harassment or anything like that. But when I tell you how insane Drake Bell's story is,
yeah.
I can't talk about it on here because that's way too much. I don't even want to talk about it on here.
Yeah.
But it was horrific hearing that kind of stuff.
Oh my god, I'm gonna check it out.
But I can't see Drake Bell the same, and my heart cries out for him. Like, I can't.
Yeah. It's
He
really
truly.
sad.
He couldn't even have the words to say it on TV, like in his interview. He literally said, "Picture the worst case of sexual assault to a 15-year-old boy, and that's it." And I'm like,
fuck, what do you do?
and then you hear things in like the police report, like they like show you like the typed out highlighted parts of what this man did to him.
Oh my god, that's so
Brandon.
intense.
But like then you hear about his family being involved, of like how they felt about it, and oh my god, Brandon, I was bawling. But then I think about like how we wanted to be them. We wanted to be
I know.
childhood actors.
Child stars.
Or child stars.
Wanted
But
that
to
life.
think like that could have been us. Like it could be any child.
Thankful. I'm so thankful that my parents, like, because like I was trying so hard, like, as my mom, like, being a kid, like, trying to convince my mom to put me in the, like, entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. And, like, with child modeling and commercials and doing all those things. So fun. Love the experience. I think my mom was the right person to pull me out of it and, like, be like, no. And I think I'm so thankful that my mom was like, no, we're not doing this.
Right.
Because, like, life could be so different. Like, Amanda Bynes, I think about her all the time, like 7 years old.
And that she got a big chunk of that on
did?
On the documentary, yeah.
Okay, so like 16 to 18 hour days, like at 7 years old, like that's just so intense.
Yeah. But like you also think of, she had her own show. At that mindset, she's playing hundreds of different personalities, different characters.
Yeah.
While in this part of life, this time of life, she should be focusing on one personality, and that's her own.
Right.
And she's going through hundreds of different ones, performing for every person under the rainbow.
Yeah.
You know, listening to all of their commands and their thoughts and doing whatever they say, which I get it. That's part of being a kid. You got to listen to what, you know,
your elders are telling you.
But to like, I don't know, it's just very hard to really, and you don't really think about that until someone brings that up and you're like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense of why she isn't who she used to be.
Right, because she's just broken into so many pieces.
Right. But I mean, she's not the only one. That's like a lot of Hollywood child stars are like that now.
Right.
But
well, I'm gonna check out the documentary. We'll recap next week.
Yeah.
So sad. Oh my gosh.
Great.
Way to end on a high note.
Oh my god, it was fucking nuts.
Well, I'll watch it and then we can like do a whole recap, you know?
Okay. I hear another thing, like watch the program on Netflix. I haven't watched that yet. Have you heard anything about it?
No.
I hear it's pretty interesting too.
I want to watch that, and I also want to watch The Gentleman with Theo James.
I want to watch that too. Maybe that could be our new show that we can recap.
Yes.
Ricky.
Ricky.
That's what I heard anyway.
Ricky.
Ricky. Is that like Ricky?
I'm done.
I love you, Brandon.
Oh my god, I love you too. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching this week's episode. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/@the-chat-club-podcast. For you visual listeners, find Faith and I on social media @FaithDrome and @BrandonLST. And the Chat Club, at the Chat Club on Instagram and TikTok. think that's all.
Yes. Yes, you do it so well, Brandon.
Oh my god, thanks.
I know.
Practice.
I usually just black out that whole time when you're saying
That's
that.
totally fine.
I'm just like doing faces like, ooh.
Yes, yes. Ooh, yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, it's been real, guys.
All
Thanks for
right.
listening and watching.
Bye, guys.